News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Bringing you the news from Sri Lanka and across the world. It's a national news broadcast on Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. I am Siobhan Pereira.
And I'm Delanjali Anand, and these are the top stories for tonight. An investigation into notifying Russian and Ukraine tourists to leave the island within 14 days. The government focuses attention to develop Hambantota as an economic hub. Plans to offer 100,000 presidential scholarships annually. 12 competitors chosen for the finals of the Ru Kirula Beauty Queen contest. Reconstruction of 1,500 kilometers of dilapidated roads is to commence next week. 15 persons killed and 40 injured in a fire at an apartment housing complex in China.
Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered to conduct an investigation into the notification issued without prior cabinet approval of Russian and Ukrainian tourists leaving the island within 14 days.
The Presidential Media Division says the government has not taken a decision officially regarding cancelling visa extensions granted to these tourists on an earlier occasion. The President at a discussion held at the President's office on the need to reconstruct Hambantota as a main economic centre of the country. The President has also articulated his vision for economic development and infrastructure investment, particularly focusing on the master plans for strategic tourism zones in the Eastern Province, the Colombo City and the Western Region and Greater Hambantota. He has also stressed the need to actively implement the program in a manner to provide benefits to national economy through extensive investments in infrastructure facilities already conducted in Hambantota. Plans are underway to connect the Hambantota harbour with the harbour of Myanmar. It also anticipated to further extend the project to Chongqing Harbour in China and also up to Africa. The President has further emphasized the economic potential of Hambantota, envisioning it as a pivotal hub for infrastructure development and connectivity. He has also disclosed plans for allocating thousands of acres of land for investment zones with additional acquisitions sought in the Munaragala area. The President also advocated for strategic expansion into new areas including Avisavela and Ahaliagoda to alleviate urban congestion and foster new city centres. Plans for a North Colombo port expansion and potential industrial and its parks were also discussed, aiming to attract investments and spur economic growth. The development of Trincomalee as a major investment zone in collaboration with India emerged as a priority during the discussion. President Wickremesinghe announced plans for a joint working group to implement development initiatives in Trincomalee, emphasizing the importance of bilateral cooperation in driving economic growth and regional stability.
It has been planned to offer 100,000 presidential scholarships annually for school children from grade 1 to grade 11. Now, the Presidential Media Division says funds amounting to 3,600 million rupees have been set aside through the President's Fund in this connection. In an effort to support the education of Sri Lankan children, President Ranil Wickremesinghe introduced the Presidential Academic Scholarship Program 2024-2025. This special scholarship initiative, launched through the President's Fund, aims to provide financial assistance to 100,000 students from grade 1 to grade 11 across all 10,126 schools in the country. The program is designed to annually award scholarships to 100,000 students spanning from grade 1 to grade 11, covering all 10,126 schools in Sri Lanka. A total allocation of 3,600 million rupees has been designated from the President's Fund to sustain this initiative. Acknowledging the challenges posed by the current economic climate, President Wickremesinghe hopes this program will ensure uninterrupted education for deserving students, particularly those with limited resources. By investing in the country's future generation, the initiative aims to nurture talented individuals and contribute to the development of Sri Lanka's human capital. Further details regarding the selection criteria and this program will be announced soon on the official Facebook page of the President's Fund, that is www.facebook.com/president.fund. The national television is all geared up this time as well to crown the Aurudu Kumara and Aurudu Kumariya under the Rukirula 2024 contest.
The preliminary stage competition of the Rukirula along with the Swabasilon Rupavahini Aurudu Kumariya was held at the Rupavahini Corporation premises today. More than 3,000 female youths selected out of more than 10,000 applications were present at today's competition. Today at the Rajat Studio of the National Television, the preliminary stage contest got underway with the participation of the Board of Veteran Judges. It included veteran drama teacher ChannelEye Rupavahini, director of Ru Rajna Competition creator Roseanne Das, popular actor Dhananjay Sirivardhana, popular actress Udari Pereira, veteran beautician Navisha De Silva. 100 competitors were selected out of the 3,000 contenders in the first stage. Out of this number, 12 were chosen for the finals.
Now in more local news, the deputy leader of the United National Party, Akhila Viraj Karivasam, accuses certain political parties which had brought the country backwards of not allowing to reconstruct the country. He has made these remarks addressing the Matale district conference of the party. The Matale district conference, organized under the series of UNP district conferences, was held at the Sanasa Hotel in Dambulla this morning, with the participation of many senior members and party activists. Deputy leader of the UNP, Akhila Viraj Karivasam, said that when the country was at a fallen stage, nobody came forward to rescue. The present rulers are now rebuilding the country. Now groups are lining up to take charge of the country. Many groups are trying to sabotage the process. The deputy leader further said that Asra Suma funds up to 15,000 rupees are being provided to economically burdened families. 20 lakhs of deeds are being provided to families without deeds. The government is currently working towards and according to a plan to enhance businesses.
The Dasabala Sena national program of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana is being implemented at present. The Colombo District Western Colombo Electorate meeting was held yesterday. The event was conducted at St. Anthony's Mawatha in Bambalapitiya. General Secretary of the SLPP Sagar Kariyavasam, Parliamentarian Nama Rajapaksa and other people's representatives were present at the meeting. Parliamentarian Nama Rajapaksa said that politically they are a strong party and that they have a clear program. Nama Rajapaksa also said they have plans to strengthen agriculture through a strong local economy to enable the people of the country to have 3 meals a day. He added that they have in the past shown this fact. The parliamentarian further said that they have a proper program to provide job seekers with sources of employment according to their educational abilities. The MP has called upon all to unite politically in order to carry forward their political process. Now, parliamentarian of the Samagi Jana Balavege, S.M. Marikar, said at a media briefing in Colombo today that it was the Janata Vimukti Peramuna and not the LTTE which had started the killing of people in armed conflicts. Parliamentarian of the Samik Jana Balawege, S.M. Marika, said that during the period of the past 75 years, the country was turned into a pool of blood in 1971 and 1989. Then the LTTE had followed the JVP action. The MP further said that it was JVP which had bombed first the Dalada Maligawa. The LTTE did the same later on. The parliamentarian added that therefore the JVP started murdering people before the LTTE. It was also during this 75-year period that this group entered into an alliance with President Chandrika to form a government. He also said Andhra Kumara was the Minister of Agriculture in that government. MP Marikar has inquired as to what he did during his tenure. He also said Lal Kanta was the Minister of Rural Development, but he did not establish cooperatives. The JVP was struggling to form an unsuccessful government in the country. It was also the JVP which destroyed the country through work stoppages.
Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says reconstruction of 1,500 kilometers of dilapidated roads will commence on the 29th of this month. Now, this project is to be implemented under 3 stages. The minister has made these remarks participating in an observation tour at the premises of the Sabaragamuwa Mahasaman Devalaya this morning. State Minister Janaka Vakumbura has also participated in the tour. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena further said that the reconstruction of the vehicle car park as well as the shopping complex in the Saman Devalaya premises will also be commenced without delay. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena said that Sri Lanka has come to the final stage in the process of extended loan agreement and foreign debt restructuring entered into with the International Monetary Fund. The minister has added that therefore the country will once again be supplied with development aid on installment basis. He further said that as a result they will commence the first stage of repairing 500 kilometers of damaged roads on the 29th of this month. The second stage is scheduled to commence on the 16th of next month and the third stage on the 2nd of April. During this period, completion of reconstruction of 1,500 kilometers of roads throughout the island would become possible.
The Minister of Education presented a cabinet memorandum for the elimination of salary discrepancies of the non-academic staff in state universities. The measure was taken based upon a committee report appointed through joint agreement at a discussion attended by the representatives of the trade unions of university non-academic staff, officials of the Ministry of Higher Education and Treasury officials. Accordingly, the Ministry of Education is hoping to take a policy decision regarding the memorandum of the Cabinet of Ministers. A communique issued by the media unit of the Ministry of Education says the Ministry will decide to act accordingly upon receiving the relevant Cabinet decision in the near future. The annual feast of the historic St. Anthony's Church in Kachathev was ceremoniously celebrated on the 23rd and the 24th of this month.
Now, Reverend Father P. Joseph Das Jebaratnam, who is in charge of the Jaffna Diocese, has officiated this event. The feast in the Kachathev Island was conducted through organizational contributions of Jaffna District Secretary S. Siva Balasundaram, President Secretary Samaneka Nayaka, Navy Commander Vice Admiral Priyantha Pereira, and a large sum of devotees who have attended the final service of the feast. A representative of the Indian government was also present. The Sri Lanka Navy provides infrastructure facilities every year for the conducting of the annual feast of the Kachathev St. Anthony's Church.
The Senior Director of South Asia of the United States National Defense Council, Rear Admiral Eileen Lobacher, had a meeting with Chief of Presidential Staff Sagla Ratnaika at the President's office recently. Attention on this occasion has been focused on strengthening of bilateral relations through provision of assistance for local naval activities by the U.S. Navy. Future program of action was also discussed. U.S. Ambassador in Sri Lanka, Gilad Chang, was also present at the talks.
In more local news, Minister Ali Sabri says world leaders have extended their commendations for Sri Lanka getting rid of the economic crisis within the shortest period in comparison to which had faced severe economic crisis. Now, the minister was expressing opinion at an event held in Kandy yesterday. Minister Ali Sabri said that the country is unable to go forward due to its fear of the past. India is progressing in a massive scale. The minister further said that Sri Lanka should look into ways of receiving the benefits of the developments in India by reconstructing of its own economy. Competitors will have to be waged in order to set up an export-based economy. He has further pointed out that investors and proper market conditions are required in this respect. Mr. Sabri also said that they are entering into trade agreements to fulfill these objectives.
Now, the Kandy District Conference of the Aditana retired 3 Armed Force Personnel Collective was conducted yesterday under the leadership of the National People's Power leader Andrekumara Dissanayake. Representatives of the NPP and 3 Armed Forces personnel were present at the meeting. NPP leader Andrekumara Dissanayake said that they need a new era. He added that such a period could not be created through party politics based on handing over power from father to daughter or from father to son. The NPP leader further said the efforts of their rivals would not be realized despite whatever their devised methods. Andrekumara Dissanayake also said it is necessary to start a new era where people could travel in electric trains.
Now, Minister Tiran Alas says Police Cadet Corps will be established as a separate entity. He has made these remarks participating in a ceremony in Boralanda yesterday. Minister Tiran Alas has presided over the ceremony held in connection with the opening of the new training centre of the Police Cadet Corps unit in Boralanda. Acting Inspector General of Police Deshabandhu Tennakone and other high-ranking officials of the police were present on this occasion. Minister Tiran Alas said that it is important to share the experiences derived through the discipline of cadetting with children. The minister further said that the aim of the Yukti operation is to rescue the children from the association of harmful individuals. The minister also said he will establish the Police Cadet Corps as a separate unit. In order to do so, several legislations will have to be changed. He further said that a new uniform will be provided to the Police Cadet Corps. Acting Inspector General of Police Deshabandhu Tennakone said that breach of discipline is witnessed in every institute as well as in the streets. Lack of discipline is the major cause for road accidents. The acting IGP further said that the task of restoration of discipline should start from home.
Now, former Minister Ravi Karunanayake says the presidential election will be definitely held in October of this year. He further said at a media briefing today that President Ranil Wickremesinghe will compete as a non-party candidate at this election. Former Minister Ravi Karunanayake said that they are able to help every person, every citizen, and they will implement a program suited for the people. The former minister also said the country will definitely have to conduct a presidential election by October 2024. He further said that their candidate will be President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who will contest as a non-party candidate.
And now in more local news, Kirisamba paddy has been cultivated in an extent of 100 acres for the first time in the Matigatwala in Angunakola Palace. Hambantata farmers say the outcome of the cultivation has been successful. Minister Mahinda Amarivira has inspected the Kirisamba paddy cultivation in Matigatwala recently. Kirisamba is an indigenous paddy variety and is known by the name BG363. The paddy seeds have been produced by the Batalegoda Paddy Research Institute. Kirisamba is currently the type of rice which has the highest demand in the country. Plans are underway to cultivate Kirisamba paddy in the area of 80,000 hectares of land in the coming Maha season of the anticipating harvest of 350,000 metric tons. Minister Mahinda Amarivira said that the problem they are facing today is having a surplus in other types of rice but a shortage in Kirisamba. The minister also said they are hoping to conduct talks with relevant parties to expand the Kirisamba paddy cultivations by next season. There is no problem relating to selling Kirisamba rice. And we will be back with some foreign news right after a short break. Stay tuned. And in your foreign news, 15 people have been killed and more than 40 injured after a fire ripped through an apartment building in eastern China. Footage shared on social media showed flames of black smoke engulfing several floors of a skyscraper in Nanjing city. Officials suggested the blaze started on the first floor of the building where electric bikes were being stored, but the specific cause of fire remained under investigation. The building is located in the Yuhuatai district in Nanjing. 25 fire engines and 130 firefighters were sent to tackle the blaze. Of the 44 injured people sent to hospital for treatment, one is in critical condition and another seriously injured. Nanjing Mayor Chen Jinshang offered his condolences and apologies to the victims' families.
Now, the Pentagon says US and UK fighter planes have carried out strikes on 18 Houthi sites in Yemen, the fourth such joint operation by the allies. The US says Saturday's strikes were directed against storage facilities, drones, air defense systems, radars and helicopter of militant movement. The UK says the allies acted to further degrade Houthi capabilities. There have been sustained attacks by the Iran-backed Houthis on shipping in the important Red Sea trade route. In a joint statement, the Pentagon said that Saturday's necessary and proportionate strikes specifically targeted 18 Houthi targets across 8 locations in Yemen associated with Houthi underground weapon storage facilities, missile storage facilities, one-way attack unmanned aerial systems, air defense systems, radars and a helicopter.
And now we move on to the United Kingdom for more international news. Junior doctors in England went on strike yesterday for the 10th time since last March over continued pay disputes with the government. The fifth-day walkout has put mounting pressure on the medical system, leading to the postponement, rescheduling and cessation of appointments and essential healthcare services. More than 1.3 million appointments and operations have already been cancelled or rescheduled since industrial action began. Due to the long-running pay disputes between the British medical associations and the government, the series of strikes have not only been restricted to England but have also spread to Wales, where thousands of junior doctors ended a 3-day walkout last morning. Junior doctors in Northern Ireland are also expected to take similar action for 2 days in March. The existing economic strain in the country has made it more difficult to increase the welfares for ordinary people, resulting in pretty high occurrence of industrial disputes and strikes in the country.
Cities across China have been aglow with lantern displays as cultural performances and festive activities were staged to celebrate the Lantern Festival, which held yesterday. The Lantern Festival falls on the 15th of the first lunar month, marking the conclusion of the Chinese New Year celebrations. The festival features lantern displays, riddle games and various cultural activities. In Shanghai, the bund by the Huangpu River was transformed into a big dragon-themed fair where people were beating drums for good luck and guessing riddles attached to lanterns. The traditional Yuyuan garden dazzled visitors with mystical-themed lantern displays, and the Disney Resto prepared a special fireworks show with illuminated Chinese character along the dragon high in sky. In Xingong of southwest China's Sichuan province, a city globally known for its festive lanterns, a giant dragon lantern together with thousands of lanterns set wowed tourists with a vibrant festive atmosphere. In Shenzhen City, South China's Guangdong province, the Night of Lantern Festival was lit up with 5 lanterns featuring ancient mythical beasts and zodiac animals, offering a visual spectacle. Sanya City of the Southern Island province, Henan, celebrated the festival with lantern displays, lantern riddle guessing, sweet dumplings feast and a live music event. Shantou city in Guangdong pleased residents and tourists with lantern fairs, dragon dances and folk performances showcasing the city's rich traditional culture and unique intangible cultural heritage items. The night sky of Shifeng city in northern China was lit up by a spectacular drone show featuring a giant dragon flying in Shangxi colors.
Terima Kutumi Pantamai.
On sports news, captain of the Sri Lanka T20 team, Wanindu Hasaranga, has been imposed a 2-match ban and a 50% fine on his match fee.
Now, he was penalized for breaching disciplinary laws in the T20 match against Afghanistan. It has been a matter of grave concern over umpire Lyndon Hannibal not allowing a no ball in the third T20 match against Afghanistan. An exchange of words between the umpire and Hasaranga had ensued following the decision. The ICC says Hasaranga has breached the clause 2.13 of the ICC disciplinary code through his actions. As a result, he was given 3 penalty points and a 50% fine on his match fee. Hasaranga has been reported to be given with 5 penalty points in the past 24 months and also received 2 T20 match bans.
Terima Kutumi Pantamai.
And that was a look at your news here at ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation. I am Siobhan Pereira together with Dulanjali Anand, wishing you a pleasant week ahead and a good night.